does it?
Okay, good evening. My name is Mary Maslowski. I'm the chair of the Historic District and Historical Commission, calling to order a special meeting on Thursday, January 15th, 2026 at 6 p.m. We are holding this meeting at Town Hall, 732 Main Street in the small hearing room. If we could start with a roll call, please.
Bob Doan.
Brendan Lowney.
Paul Doan.
And we have Lynn Zelisek, who is absent this evening. So we do have 4 members. According to Mass law, anyone who intends to record the meeting shall first notify the chair, who will inform the other attendees at the start of the meeting. Seeing nobody in the audience, I'm assuming nobody at the table is wishing to audio or video record the meeting. So the one matter we have on our agenda, it's really not a public hearing, but it is a discussion and vote for a HDHC 2026 town meeting warrant article. So to start this matter, as you all know, and for the edification of others, our member Paul Doan had done a petition last year for town meeting, which was approved for HDHC to do a historic preservation award program. We ran into a little hiccup with it in that our acting town administrator was concerned that we hadn't voted any funding for it. So at this time, it was suggested that we present a proposed article for this annual town meeting to clarify and to clear up any of those issues. The language proposed by Mr. Schiavi is for town meeting to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate and or transfer from available funds a sum of money for use by the Historic District Historical Commission in order to support the cost of implementing the 2025 annual town meeting action endorsing the establishment of a town historic preservation award program, or to take any other action in relation thereto. The sponsor would be listed as the Historic District and Historical Commission. The estimated cost he proposed was $5,000, with an explanation that this funding will support the creation of the Town Historic Preservation Award Program. Funding is available from free cash.
So moved.
So it seems to me that it would cover all the issues that we were having. Funding issues, it would be established as historic fund money that we could use. Paul, did you want to speak about it?
Well, just in discussing this, because I was further concerned when I kind of initially drafted this that this will cover certainly the initial costs, even maybe 2 or 3 plaques, but it wouldn't last for long, and we would need. So that's why the general suggested that or the town administrator suggested that we. I put in the wording 5,000, but his plan was, as he mentioned to me, is that on a continuing basis, as money is needed for this, it would be put in one of those articles that it says a continuing appropriation or something, and
Okay.
A modest amount, $2,000-3,000 or whatever, to kind of carry it. I was concerned whether we needed to originally put in this some ability to assess a fee with a filing. Oh, he said, let's not worry about that. Let's just deal with it as a continuing article.
Well, I think a filing fee can't go into any account other than a general fund
Exactly
account, so
right.
we can't use it.
That's right.
So it doesn't really make
Anything.
right. It doesn't really make sense in my mind.
And excuse me, but I was going to say, and in the town meeting warrant, there'll be 2 or 3 articles. It says a customary article or something to that effect.
And it could rise to that level next year or the
Right.
year after that, right?
So,
And certainly, I think this is 5,000. I think is certainly enough funding to get it started.
Absolutely.
And if the town wanted to have this funding pay for a plaque at a community center or someplace else, so that it's referenced someplace else besides just the plaque on
Right.
for the individual who's been given the award, that would hopefully be enough to cover that initial
Excellent.
start. My understanding is because we are in, I think this is after the deadline probably, it's not a petition article, this will go to the select board with the expectation and hope that they will place it on the agenda.
I got the sense
with
that
this-
if we met by now, it'll work.
Perfect,
Oh, good.
perfect.
Great.
So, Bob, did you have any comments?
No.
Brendan?
I have none.
All right, hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adopt the article as was read and is in, is in an email that I will leave here with my notes, for it to be sent to the select board for inclusion in the town meeting, warrant, annual town meeting warrant.
So moved.
So Paul's made the motion,
Second.
seconded by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries 5-0, 4-0. Paul, Bob.
By the way, it's on the town website now, the application form and an alert. I'm going to try to get Bill Galvin maybe to do a little
Okay.
piece for us about the program to get some interest, but just to let people know that it's
Awesome.
Is there a
in the
meeting in,
works.
is there a meeting in here after this?
Yes.
So
Yes.
can I leave this for you, Brendan, so that you can leave this for Lisa?
Yeah. You want me to just put it in the mailbox up top?
Yeah,
front?
if you would.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for both packets too.
Perfect.
Yeah, I could do that.
Is there anything else? We have a meeting next Wednesday. We really had nothing else on the agenda for tonight. But thank you for following up on that, Paul, so that we can
Glad
get
to
that
do it.
started as
Yeah.
was the plan earlier, as was the plan last year.
A couple of questions I just had,
Mhm.
it's unrelated, and we don't have advertised anything of this nature, but the two things have come up. One was somebody was asking about the proposal of snow in on the demolition of the old inn and so forth. And when I checked, it was said that it was approved, or we had a hearing some years ago. The question was, if the matter has changed from what was approved originally, is there a requirement for the applicant to come back in
So
for a second to,
I wouldn't
Right.
think so, because it was a notice of intent. It's not a historic district. It was just it was a building, it was for demo, and we had given our okay with the design, with a couple of design criteria. So I think if that design criteria is part of it, I wouldn't think they'd have to come back. But certainly we could,
If it was completely
we can have it
changed.
checked. Yeah, I don't know if it's completely changed or not. But I think we had
Yeah, that's what
probably.
we don't, we haven't seen it, yeah, so we don't know,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the latest drawings I've seen published look basically like we had originally
Oh,
seen.
okay, good, yeah.
So
I mean,
we
That's
can-
what I thought, but I haven't
We
seen the
could,
very
we could try and add that
'cause
to the
didn't they-
agenda.
Didn't they change it?
maybe,
Something on the south side changed, I believe, but
Okay,
I
well,
don't, yeah.
That didn't matter
I
to
didn't know if
us.
there was a way to go back and see if there's a record or a transcript or
So
something
there
of
is.
what was presented.
So there is, our
So,
minutes,
yeah.
our minutes have
So
it
what
all
was
in
it,
the.
5 years ago or so?
No.
No,
recent.
it was
Not
only
that-
like a year, it was,
Yeah,
it was,
very
I would,
recent. 2
actually would have
years
said
ago.
you were, it was either
No.
just before you were on.
Maybe just before.
It had to be, it was pretty close. So we can certainly ask Lisa if she could, through this meeting, to add that to the agenda for next week, so we can follow up with it, and we can look at what the decision was. But, you know, I suspect it's likely a no, because as I recall, we said it was okay as long as they had put some design criteria in, so that you could, so that it had the same kind of look, right,
Silhouette
with the
from-
turrets,
from
knowing that it was
across
gonna
the
be
back.
larger, but,
Yeah,
Okay.
but other than that, I think it's probably okay. So we can add that to an agenda item.
And these, we know our findings last forever, don't they? There's not a time frame.
I believe that is true,
I think
yes.
we discovered that,
I believe that is true.
With regards to the letter that Lisa sent today from the building commissioner, can
We
we
will put that on-
request maybe if she can come to our next meeting?
I think we can
She has time.
request that. I think we have to request that through administration
Yeah.
as well, but I can do
Okay.
that and discuss. But
Excellent.
I have not, I saw it come through. I have not had a chance to
Same here. I
even
didn't-
take a look at it yet, so
Same here.
we can put that as a part of the next
Yeah.
agenda. If,
One other thing
Yep.
quickly, and that was, somebody else brought to my attention this, remember when we did approve the ability of John Kerry to shift the property in West Harwich next to the Baptist church, 90 degrees kind of, and move it to the back of the lot? It was brought to my attention that being in that district of critical planning concern or whatever, that not only demolition issues is something, but that the shifting of the building requires approval.
so all I can say is that the guidelines were only guidelines and they were only draft guidelines. They haven't been approved as of
Okay.
yet, and they are not determinative for us. There might be something with the planning board as far as the site plan
Well,
is
that was a
concerned.
suggestion that it should go to the planning board.
So he may have to do that anyway, but as far as, because we had asked about the design guidelines. I don't
Okay.
recall if we'd asked for that one in particular, but we had been told that the design guidelines are still in draft form and are not finalized and would only be discretionary on our behalf. Thank you.
Okay,
Well,
Duncan-
that's what I
yeah.
thought I had heard as
Yeah.
well, that they were just out there but not
Mhm.
really enforceable.
Correct.
Yeah, Duncan
But
Berry.
then somebody's mentioned that it was approved by town meeting action or whatever, I don't know. So,
I don't think the guidelines were. I think the original GCPC bylaw was, but I don't think the guidelines per se were.
okay.
Yeah,
Because we had asked about that.
Good.
I had reached out to council on that actually for something not too long ago.
right.
Right.
And Duncan Berry was here as well, and he did say that the guidelines would be discretionary. So the West Harwich Special District is the official bylaw that governs, and then the planning board would be the governing body on that.
Right,
Yep.
but that was my concern, whether it should go to them as well at
Well, I
this
think
point.
It has to.
I think it would anyway.
Yeah.
And the recent motion from the Affordable Housing Trust has that in the motion before any funds are released, that
Okay. Oh,
that would have to
yeah.
go in front of planning to get site plan review under 325, whatever it is.
Mhm.
So,
51 through 55.
there you go, boom. That was I close, 325?
In 40A.
Okay, there you go, so she knows.
320, right?
So there's a good process in place for that.
Okay, good.
So I don't think that needs to be added to the agenda, but we will ask Lisa to add the, hopefully the conversation with the building commissioner and Snow Inn as a possibility for next Wednesday. And it looks like we have quite an agenda next Wednesday night. I'm sorry, folks, but it might be a long meeting, just as a heads up.
I think there's only one demolition, actually.
Okay,
Full demolition.
okay, good.
We'll sit through it. We'll sit through it.
All that being said, thank you all for indulging us this evening, and thank you, Paul, for following up. And I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
So motion's been made by Bob, seconded by Brendan. All those in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, we are adjourned.
Thanks, Mary.
Okay.
Good luck with your other meetings this evening.
That's perfect.